If you care for your life, you're going to have to run. 5. 2.
Ellie successfully ran into the shelter, and the woman quickly locked the door. After calming down, Ellie realized there were 2 other people in the room. The woman told Ellie her name was Madeline. Before Ellie could figure out the situation, Madeline ordered her to stand in line and not move. Seeing Madeline's serious expression, Ellie had no choice but to obey. At this moment, Ellie suddenly noticed a huge mirror on the wall. Ellie curiously asked Madeline what the mirror was, but Madeline's answer made Ellie very scared. It turned out there was a group of monsters in the forest. Every night after dark, the monsters would come in front of the house and observe and imitate them through the mirror. Ellie was a little scared. Then Madeline ordered Ellie to step forward. They seemed to be introducing the newcomer to the monsters. A few seconds later, warm applause came from outside. The monsters really seemed to be welcoming Ellie's arrival. So they stood in the room all night. Even when exhausted, they dared not close their eyes. Once someone tried to resist, the monsters would tear them into pieces. Someone once tried to escape the strange forest during the day, but no matter which direction he ran, he always returned to the starting point, and at night all the monsters would come out, tracking the fugitive by scent and killing him cruelly. But Ellie was unwilling to endure such a life. She wanted to leave the forest. However, every time Ellie tried to act, Madeline would always stop her. She told Ellie she had lived here for 20 years and knew very well the cruelty of the monsters. Once they were angered, everyone would face the danger of being killed. But Ellie did not believe Madeline. She had a bold guess, because no one had actually seen the monsters, and all of this was just a lie Madeline had made up. The purpose was to trap them in the forest. So Ellie pretended to promise Madeline not to act without permission. But during the day while searching for food, Ellie would mark the trees. At night when returning to the cabin, Ellie skillfully posed in front of the mirror to please the monsters. After countless days and nights of exploration and observation, Ellie finally figured out the terrain of the forest. So that day she rushed out of the cabin with her parrot. However, this time Madeline did not stop her as usual. Ellie was a little puzzled, but time was short and she could not think much. Ellie quickly followed her previous marks to escape, hoping to escape the forest before nightfall. Then Ellie saw an open space ahead. When she thought she was finally about to leave the forest, she found another vast forest ahead. It was only then that Ellie understood she could never leave the forest in a single day. Just as Ellie was in despair, Madeline suddenly appeared.
We've all tried and failed at one time or another. Come with me. The forest has been known to cause hallucinations. If you're not careful, it can drive you mad. While in these woods, we are prey.
After this failure, Ellie gradually accepted reality. She began to follow the rules of the forest. However, one day while looking for food, she discovered a mysterious cave. When Ellie was about to check it out, her teammate stopped her. The boy told Ellie that the cave was the monster